Thank you for joining us today at the Levittown Public Library Stretch Fusion class with Debbie. It is January 26th around 1 p.m. Go ahead, Debbie.
All right, thank you very much. Hey, welcome everybody. Good to see you all again. And those of you in Zoom land. So if any of you are joining us for the first time, I just want to make sure that you honor your body and you keep yourself safe, especially if you have any injuries or have had any surgeries that are particular to you. Don't do everything that I say because it might not be appropriate for everybody. So if you have shoulder issues or hip issues, and I say reach all the way up here and that's not good for you, don't do it. Do what you know is safe for you. So we're going to be doing a little more of the same things. I always tweak things a tiny bit just to keep it fresh. So we will be doing our little bit of a warm up, getting the body ready to do some exercises, do some stretches. We are going to still be working on our balance and our coordination, which is very, very important. We'll do some standing stretches. We'll also do some seated stretches. Some of those seated stretches, I'll show you modifications or adaptations so that when we take it to the mat, if those of you are not comfortable coming down to the mat, I get that, that's fine. So we'll do that. Don't force anything, don't do anything that is not good for you. So we're just gonna start with a little bit of a warm up, kind of getting the body ready. So why don't you stand up to start and then we'll make our way down eventually to the floor. So we're just going to take it side to side a little bit, kind of warming up the ankles. I'm hearing a little snap, crackle, and pop from me, so just taking it around. We're going to be reaching cross chest, then we're going to be reaching up towards the ceiling and then back cross chest. We're going to be doing some shoulder rolls, elbow rolls, full arm circles. So again, you stop at I'd like to try to layer things from easiest to hardest, so that if you find the level that's good for you, you stay there. And if we move on to a deeper or different level, that you can stay where you are. So we're going to side by side, just moving the hand, right hand coming, reaching across. Again, not doing anything too drastic yet. Leading with the heel if you can. So you're kind of stretching the wrist, of course, unless you have issues with the wrists. Then we're going to be reaching up towards the ceiling right now, taking it up. Think of that good morning stretch as you're reaching it. I know it's not morning, but just reaching it out. And we're going to take it back to reaching cross chest, reaching it all the way across. Everybody in the back can hear me? We're good? Okay. Yeah. And then taking it side to side. I'm going to drop my arms for now. Now I'm going to start rolling my shoulders in the opposite direction. So that left shoulder as I go right, right shoulder as I go left, and just keeping it side to side. I'm going to add the elbows in a second, bringing it up and around, bringing that stretch a little deeper. That's not good for your shoulders. Stick with the one before. And we're going to take it to full arm circles again, if that works out for you. Starting now with that left arm up and around. And you can keep your circles small like this if reaching all the way up isn't good for you. We will be doing these movements in reverse, which means we'll be eventually going back to the elbow, then back to just the shoulder rolls. So let's take it back to the elbows, just up and around. Again, they can be big or small. And then we're going to take it to just the shoulders, just up and around. And now you're going to just drop your shoulders for 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. All right. So we're going to do a kind of a free-flowing yoga cat-cow in our standing position. So whether you come up here or down here, you're going to open the arms all the way up. That's our cow. And then the cat is just going to flow in. So we're just going to take it up. Nice deep inhale and exhale. And again, nice deep inhale. More with the arms, then don't feel it in the lower back here. Exhale. And again, just open it up and close it. We're going to do 1 more. Just open it up and then take it down and just drop those shoulders. So we're going to just lift the shoulders up towards the ears, all the way up, nice and slow. Then you're going to bring them back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then you're just going to lower them down in place. So this is our good posture position, and I'll remind you of it a few times during the course, just to keep that good posture. Always practice and just bringing the shoulder blades together, squeezing everything together for our good posture. So we're going to start warming up a little bit from the hips. So if your balance is an issue, you may want to hold on. This isn't part of our balance. This is really just to get the hip opening up. So you're just going to come it around for 1, a little bit circles, as if you're making circles with the knees, going for 5. Here's 2, 3. You don't have to go very high. Here's 4 and 5. Now reverse the circle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more, and 5. Good, taking it with the other leg, just circling, doesn't matter what direction, we'll eventually get to the other. So circle it around for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now reverse it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So we're going to add a little bit more movement to our balance, doing it more like I kind of borrow from other entities, and this particular exercise that we're going to do next lends itself to gliders, the little discs you would put on the floor and slide your foot on it. So I've adapted this. It's good for your balance and it's good for all the body parts here. So you're going to be holding your hands at your chest, and if that gets tiresome, just lower them. You're going to take the right foot in front of the left, like we're on our little tightrope. What you're going to do is you're going to arc, slide the leg behind the other as you open up. So it's just going to look like this, opening up, bringing it back. We're only going for 4 of them. Opening up for 2, take it back, 2 more. Open for 3, and back, 1 more. Open for 4, and back. So now just slide that right foot next to the left. Your hands are down. We're going to sit in our imaginary chair. You don't have to go too low. It's not a squat, where you're just going to sit back a little bit, bring the arms forward. Now you're going to take that right leg and just tap it out to the side as you open the arms out. Bring it back, and then bring yourself up. Slowly sit down in your imaginary chair. Feel the core working here. Tap the leg out, open the arms, tap it back, and come up 2 more like that. Slowly sit down in your chair, open out to the side, back in, 1 more, taking it down, bringing it to the side, to the center, and back. So the final thing that we're going to do is you're going to turn the palms up. You're going to bring your right leg a tiny bit farther behind the left, and you're going to tap it back a little more as you bend that left knee. Don't bend it forward, but bend it more as you're coming back, and you're going to curl the arms. It's easier when you see it than me explaining it. So you're just going to tap it back with a little bend of the arms, and then come back. Tap it back for 2, and back, 2 more. Tap it for 3, and back, 1 more. Tap it for 4, and take it back. So all of that we just did on that one side, we're going to do on the other side. Balance coordination. So you're going to start now with that left foot in front of the right. The hands are at the chest. You're going to make your little arc, circling it behind, and then bring it back. And around for 2, and back. 2 more. Here's 3, and back. 1 more. Here's 4, and back. So slide the feet so they're aligned together. Your hands are to your side, and we are going to sit into our imaginary chair. Open out to the side, come back and up. And again, sit it down to the side, to the center. 2 more coming up. Here we are, taking it down, side, center, and up. 1 more, taking it down to the side, to the center, and up. So now the palms are face up. You're going to step that left foot back a little bit. And now you're going to step back a little more as you curl the arms, taking it back and coming back up. Take it for two more coming up. Here's 3, back more, and 4, and take it back. All right, good job with that. We're going to stretch out a little bit of the front of the legs into the hips. I'm going to use my chair for that. So I turn sideways so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to step my right leg back. And I'm just going to push my hip forward. Now, in pushing my hip forward, try not to lean into your back and feel it in the back. I just want you to feel a little bit of a stretch in the front of your thigh into your hip area. So if you're really tight, this might be enough of a stretch for you. If you have no knee issues and know you can dip down a tiny bit, then just dip down a tiny bit. You're going to feel that stretch a tiny bit more. And then I'm going to straighten out both legs and lower my right heel towards the floor, feeling the stretch in the calf. Now from here, I'm going to hinge at the hips, which means I'm just going to fold forward, keeping my back flat, leaning into it. And now I'm feeling it in the front leg, but in the back of that front leg, and just holding that position for a little bit. And slowly coming back up. So let's just do the same thing to the other leg. Stepping back with the left leg. Press your forward a little bit without feeling it in the lower back. And if this is enough for you, stay here. If you can dip a little bit and do so if you have no hip issue, knee issues. Just dipping a tiny bit, deepening the stretch. Trying not to let that front knee go forward. Keep it over the ankle. Now I'm going to straighten out both legs. I'm going to lower my heel, feeling the stretch in that calf. And then I'm just going to hinge at the hips again, transferring the stretch from my left leg to the front leg, the back of that right leg. I'm starting to feel it right here, holding that position. And slowly coming back up. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of balance. So we're going to start with the familiar ones that we've done before, which means we're going to put all of the weight on that left leg. You're going to lift the right leg to a count of 4. We'll hold it for 6 and then lower it down. If you practice during the week, try holding it for 8, for 10, whatever. Anybody get to practice this week? Did anybody try balance at all? What? Okay, all right, that's good.
I brush my teeth.
Right, all right, that's exactly what I said to do. Try it while you're brushing your teeth. Might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, so we are going to practice that leg up to a count of, hold it for 6 and lower it for 4. So here we go. So bringing it up, 2, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it down. 2, 3. And we'll just do this one more time. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it down. 2, 3, and 4. Right, so now you're going to place that right foot in front of the left. You're on your tightrope. Slightly lean forward, lifting the back heel up. So we're just shifting the weight. Now lean back, lifting the front toes up. Again, lean forward, back heel up. Lean back, front toes up. Call this rock the boat or rocking horse. Lean forward again, back heel up. Lean back, front toes up. One more time, lean forward, back heel up. Lean back, front toes up. Lower the front toes, but stay in this position. So now I believe last week we may have just lifted up the leg and put it behind the other. We're going to add another level, making it a tiny bit harder by placing the foot behind it, but lifting the knee up. that's not good for you, then just keep the legs straight. Otherwise, you're bringing that right knee up, put it behind the left. Now, in that same leg, bring it up and put it in front. And again, bring that knee up, put it behind, and bring it up. If this isn't good for you, then just keep the leg straight and low. 2 more times, bring it up, place it behind, bring it up and in front. 1 more time, bringing it up and behind. Last time, bringing it up and in front. All right, so we are going to change it up a tiny bit. And this will be the last one. We'll go to the other leg, because if I keep adding things, especially if I change things, I'll never remember what I did on one side or the other. So the foot that's in front, you're going to tap it slightly out more to the right. And then, like you're hopping over a fence, cross it over the left, over to the right, and over. 2 more times, take it over and over. 1 more time, bringing it over and other side, and the feet are together. So it's the same flavor of what we've been doing the past 2 sessions, but change it up just a little bit, just to keep your brain challenged as well. All right, so we're going to take it to the other side. That left leg is going to come up. We're starting from the beginning with that count of 4, holding it for 6 and lowering it for 4. We're not symmetrical, so one leg's always worse than the other. So this is my bad side. One day you'll see me fall over. All right, here we go. Bring that knee up, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, take it down, 2, 3, and 4. Doing it again. Bring it up, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, take it down, 2, 3, and 4. All right, got the hardest one out of the way first. So now you'll take your left foot in front of the right, rock the boat, heel to toe, a slight gap in between so you don't get one foot caught on the other. Shifting your weight, leaning slightly forward, lifting that back heel up. It doesn't have to be high. And then just shift back, front toes up. And again, leaning it forward, back heel up. Taking it back with the front toes up. 2 more times. Take it forward, back heel up. Take it back, front toes up. Last time, bring it forward, the front heel is up. Bring it back, the front toes up. And then your feet are both down. So now we're going to take it to bringing the left leg in back of the right, but with that higher knee. Again, you can always keep it low. It's totally up to you. So here we go. Oh, frog in my throat. All right, bring the knee up, put it behind. Bring it back up again. And again, bring it and behind. And taking it up and in front. 2 more, bringing it up and behind, taking it up and in front. 1 more, taking it up and behind. Last one, bringing it up and in front. And now we're just going to tap side to side. So bringing that left leg, tapping over and then cross. Bringing it for 2, kind of hopping over that fence. Over for 3, and switch. Over for 4, and other side. And bring those legs parallel. All right, how are we doing so far? Now, the way I've kind of arranged the class the past 2 times is we did all of our stuff standing. Then we went to the seated, then we went to the floor. If you feel that it's too much standing all at once and you want to smaller portions, stand for a little bit, sit for a little bit, stand, sit, bend down, or something like that. Just let me know if the standing portion is too long. So I can change things up anyway. Although you do burn more calories while you're standing, so all right. So let's take it. Actually, we're going to do some chest expansion. Again, it's a little more balance, it's breathing. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna be lifting our heels up. Again, your chair is there if you need to. So we're gonna start first with pressing the arms back, straight arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. We're gonna do that 5 times. Then you're gonna lift your heels up and down for 5. Then we're gonna put them together where I'm gonna say, press the arms back, lift the heels up. Then I'm gonna say, look right, look left, look center, and take it down. So we're upping the level, moving a little bit more body parts together. So start off with just pressing the arms back. Press it back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, good posture, and then just release. And again, press it back, making sure you don't feel anything in your lower back, and release. And don't press too far, honor your body. Press it back for 3, and relax one more time. Actually, this is 4, I did say 5. And relax. Now it's one more time. Press it back and release. I know, because we did the balance stuff all in 4, so I still had 4 on the brain. Now we're going to lift the heels and lower as high as you safely can. So just lifting them up, lowering down. Bring it up for 2 and down. And 3. 2 more coming up. Here's number 4 and down. Last one. Here's 5 and down. So we're going to put those together with the press and the lift. We're going to do all the first 4, just press and lift. The last one is when we're going to use the head. So don't get frightened that we're going to do it for all of them. So here we go. Just press and lift, lower, release. Press and lift, lower and lift. That's it. Press and lift, lower, release. Here's number 4, press and lift, lower, release. Now we're going to hold it up there. So press and lift. See if you can look right, look left, look center, and then lower it down. So it's called chest expansion, and I borrowed that from Pilates, where you would do that with kind of bands and springs and pressing as you're coming up and down with the resistance of that. So I steal from everybody. I steal a little bit from yoga, a little bit from body sculpting, a little bit from all over, and just kind of put my own thing together. All right, so we are going to take it, we'll take it to the chair now. Let's see what we'll do over there. So we'll just start kind of from the top and work our way down, doing some neck stretches and some, again, mindful of your spine. If you have spine issues, you should always, if you ever have an injury or surgeries, always ask a million questions as to what can I do? What can I do? What should I do? What shouldn't I do? So that you know it is safe for you, because there's certain things that would be contraindicated with certain replacements or hip replacements where you shouldn't come all the way out and things like that. So always ask. You have to be your own advocate these days. So you're going to look all the way over that right shoulder as far as you can without forcing. And now slowly keep your chin level to look all the way over the left shoulder. And then come back to the center. Now lower the right ear to the right shoulder without moving your body or your shoulders, just the head. And come all the way up and over other side. And come all the way back up. We'll put that together a little bit. So you're going to look over that right shoulder again. Now just drop your chin a little bit like you want to tap your shoulder. And come all the way up. Back to center. Now look all the way over the left shoulder. Drop your chin. Bring it back up. And taking it back to the center. So we're going to do another neck stretch. And again, be mindful of what's good for you. And you're going to be placing your left hand kind of behind the back, but on an angle like this. If that's not good for you, just keep it to your side. So we're just going to bring the hand behind, kind of opening up the chest right there. You can feel that the muscles move a little bit. We're just going to hold that. Going to take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Just one more time, nice deep inhale. And exhale. And then just release the arm. Again, as we do each stage, be mindful of what you're feeling, if it feels good, if it doesn't feel good, if you should do it, if you shouldn't. So now take the other arm, placing it on that diagonal behind your back, just holding that open. And take that nice deep inhale. And exhale. And again, nice deep inhale. And exhale. And then release the arm. So we're going to add that to a neck stretch. You're going to lower your right ear to the right shoulder and just enjoy that stretch. Don't lean the head back or put any strain on the neck. It's just to the side, very gentle. And then you're going to take that left hand and reach it towards the floor. And then also see if you can place that left hand where you had it before on that angle. If that's not good for you, keep it towards the floor or anywhere else that's good. And we're going to add a little bit of a deeper stretch. If that's not good for you, then just stay with your hand on your lap. Otherwise, bringing that right hand at the left temple. And then you're just adding a little bit of a stretch there. I'm not really pushing down into the head. I am lifting my ear away from my shoulder. Not leaning the head back in any way at all. And then just release the head, slowly bring the head up, release the arm. And now try the same thing on the other side. So just lower the ear to the shoulder. So it's going to be the right ear to the right shoulder. I'm sorry, now take it to the other side. I'm looking at myself on the screen there and I'm like, okay, what's wrong with this picture? All right. And now take that right hand behind the back where it was. And bring the other hand up and over, taking that little bit of a stretch. And then releasing the hand at the head first, releasing the other, and just bringing yourself up. So we're going to do a couple of, I call them bone density type of exercises. They're weight bearing, good for, especially if you have stages of osteopenia or if you want to strengthen the muscles, the bones. So you're going to place your left hand at the left temple and just hold it there. So now nothing should look like it's moving, but you're going to press the hand into the head and the head into the hand. So they're having a little fight there, a little bit of resistance. And then just easing up. So it doesn't even look like I'm moving. So again, press the head into the hand into the head, like you're playing a tug of war. One wants to go this way, the hand wants to go that way, but you're not going anywhere. And then relax. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side, pressing the hand at the temple, press the head into the hand into the head, feeling that little bit of resistance. And relaxing. We're going to do it again. Press the head into the hand into the head. And relax. So there's a few more that we can do, but we'll move on a little bit. There's a really good book that I eventually will recommend to you, especially as we're aging and osteoporosis could be an issue. Wonderful book that has so many different exercises. It breaks the whole body down and it has exercises listed by body part, exercises for the hip, the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the neck, everything. So it's a great book, and I'll let you guys know about that at some point, but it's a wonderful book. All right, so we are going to take it now to some shoulder stretches. So you're going to bring your left hand out to the side. Your palm is facing forward. You're going to turn your right palm up and just have it on your lap for now. Bring your arm to the center. Now let that right hand just reach for your forearm and just gently guide the arm in. Be mindful of what you're feeling. Don't bring anything to the point of pain. Then you're just going to release the arm, bringing it back out to the side. This time, turn your palm facing down. Bring the arm across. the same thing. This is a little more awkward, so don't go as far. Just test it out, see what it feels like. If something doesn't feel good, ease up on it. And then release. So now you're going to bring that same hand, the left hand, bringing up towards the ceiling if you can. You're going to reach for your opposite shoulder, feeling that stretch right away. Couple of things you can do, just push it from the front if you can reach. If you're even more flexible and you can bring it up and over, reaching for that elbow, kind of taking it over to the side a tiny bit. And then releasing the arm. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, be mindful if you have something on one side that not on the other. So we're going to start with the shoulder first. You're going to bring that left hand palm up, taking it forward, reaching gently for the forearm and just guiding it in. And you can go lower if the upper position isn't good for you. And then we're just going to release the arm, coming all the way out, palm down, coming back over, reaching for the forearm again, bringing it across, and releasing the arm. And now take the arm all the way up, reach for the opposite shoulder. Now you can take your other hand and either push back or reaching up and over. But if you're getting to the point where you feel like a pretzel and that it's hard to get into this position and you're not getting any benefit from it, come to the forward one or come to a position that is a little bit better, because then you want to gain something from it. And then you're just going to bring the arm down. So we're going to do some chest stretches. Now we did a little bit of chest expansion when we were lifting the heels up and pressing the arms back, opening up the chest. So we're going to start with that a little bit. Your hands are facing forward. You're going to bring your arms all the way up as you inhale. Turn the palms away as you exhale. Drive the fingers down towards the floor. Reach down, shoulders back. Now you can stay here. If you can reach the back of your chair, then gently hold on to it, leaning forward a little bit, opening up the chest even more. Make sure you don't rock forward. The edges of these chairs are kind of rounded, so you can almost feel like you're going to rock forward. So I don't want anyone to slip or fall off the chair. Opening up the chest, putting your weight into it. And one step more than this would be to interlace your fingers behind the back. And I'll turn back so you can see, so that the fingers are interlaced and you're reaching, driving the fingers towards the floor. That is the deeper of the stretches, opening up the chest. And then releasing. So we're going to do one more neck and breathing exercise. So you're going to keep your chin level like you're sliding on a shelf. You're going to look all the way over your right shoulder, but this time as you look right, you're going to inhale. As you come back to the center, you're going to exhale. Look over the other side, inhale. Back to the center, exhale. One more time with that same thing. Inhale as you look right. Exhale as you look center. Inhale as you look left. And exhale as you look center. So before we go into some of the lower body exercises with our legs, we're going to do one more breathing where I want you to place your hands on your rib cage. I think we may have done this last week. And as you inhale, I want you to visualize that you're sending the air out the sides. I want you to feel your rib cage expand. And then as you exhale, I want you to feel the rib cage, visualize in your mind that the rib cage is coming together, knitting together. So we're only going to go 3 breaths. So inhale, feel it expand. Exhale, feel it knit together. Just 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And then breathe normally. So you should several times during the day, take little mini breathing breaks where you're going to really focus on getting that air into the body. We breathe shallow breaths. We barely move anything. You want to really fill the diaphragm, fill the lungs, feel everything expand. And even that one exercise where I said visualize the rib cage opening up. There are little muscles in between your ribs, the intercostal muscles. And as you're doing that, you're working those muscles. So it's good to stop every now and then and just say, I'm just going to take a nice deep breath. I'm going to inhale and then I'm going to exhale. If you have trouble sleeping, breathing can help with that. What I sometimes do is inhale for a 4 count, then I hold it for 7, and then I try to exhale very slowly to a count of 8. And I really work on distributing that air in a specific way. And it really does help relax the body. All right, so we're going to take it down to a little bit lower. We kind of opened up the hips a little bit earlier, but we are going to open out to the side and come back. We're only going to go 4 with the right leg and 4 with the left. So just open all the way out to the side, get that little bit of a stretch, then bring it back. Open it up for 2. So while you're opening up the leg and coming back, I see a lot of like shifting in the chair. Just let the leg move all the way open, trying to keep it independent of the body. Bring it back one more time, all the way open, and bring it back. So if I had a table here or a curtain and I was moving my leg, if you only could see me from the waist up, you wouldn't know that I'm moving my leg because there's none of this going on. So try to be mindful of that. So other leg, just open all the way out to the side, get that nice stretch, don't move anything else, and bring it back. You're also working your core a little bit, opening out to the side, bringing it back 2 more times, take it out to the side, bring it back 1 more time, out to the side, and bring it back. All right, so now we're going to take both legs out. You're going to place your hands in the inner thigh. And you're going to lean forward a little bit. Again, be mindful because the floor might be slippery, the chair might be slippery. Sometimes I'm just going to come on the corner so I get a little bit of a better grip there. Pressing in, leaning forward. By the fact I'm leaning forward, I'm opening up the hips even more. Again, if you've had a hip replacement, you might want to check with your physical therapist or physician just to make sure that you're not doing something that's going to be harmful. So now we're going to lower that right shoulder towards the floor, giving a little twist. So now I'm stretching my torso a little bit as well as the inner leg. And coming up, switching to the other side, pressing a little bit more into that left leg. And coming back to the center and then bringing myself up. So we're going to start with the back of the leg. And we hit some of that while we were standing, but you're going to slide that right leg out with the heel down on the floor, the toe up, and you're going to lean forward, feeling the stretch in the back of the leg. If you are more flexible and you are secure on your chair, you can reach your hand out towards your toes. If you feel like you're going to fall, then please don't reach any farther. If you can even go past the foot without any ill effects, and then slowly bring yourself back up. So now I'm going to give you 2 different positions, stretch a little bit more in the inner thigh and the glute area. You can either take that right foot and cross at the ankle to ankle, opening up the hip. We're going to be leaning forward a little bit, or you can take that leg and bring it up over on the side and then push down into it. So I'm just bringing my ankle cross-legged up over the leg. You should feel a little bit of a stretch here, pressing down, leaning forward. As soon as I lean forward, I feel it in the glute area. This is called a figure 4 stretch. We've done it also lying down on the mat, on our backs, bringing the knee into the chest with the leg crossed. So it's a figure 4 stretch. And then you're just slowly going to bring yourself back up. Going to place your left hand in the center of that right thigh. You're going to use that leg for leverage. Push into it as you twist to look all the way over your right shoulder. and then taking it back to the center. You're gonna rotate your ankle. We'll take it for 5 times. That's 1, 2, nice and big and slow. That's 3, 4, 5. Reverse that for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, you can bring that leg down. We're gonna take it to the other leg now, the heel down, the toe up. Leaning into it. Again, be mindful of the floor of the chair, reaching towards your toes if you are flexible. Reaching past if you're even more flexible. And coming back up, you're gonna cross your ankle, either ankle to ankle or bring the leg up. If that works for you, get it up there any way that is safe for you. You're gonna place your hand on the inner thigh, gentle pressure, leaning forward. And slowly coming back up. And you're going to take that right hand in the center of the thigh, use the leg for leverage, push into it as you look all the way over the shoulder. Bringing yourself back to the center. Rotating your ankle. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and reversing it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you can bring that leg down. So we're going to do a couple more things. Remember the arm circles that we did? We did the shoulder rolls, then we did some arm circles. We're going to stay on one side. You're going to bring your left arm out forward. You're going to come up and around, but you're going to follow it with your eyes as you reach to the back. It's going to look like this, bringing it all the way up and reaching around like that. If that's not great for you, for your shoulder, keep them small and just do a little bit of a twist, modify any way that is safe for you. We will be doing 4 on one side, then we'll go to the other side. So slowly just bring the arm all the way up, just following it, gazing with your eyes all the way around, and then bring it back. And again, bringing it up and around for 2, just kind of working on our range of motion here. Up and around for 3. One more time, up and around for 4. And now take it to the other side, bringing the arm forward first, all the way up, reach around, and taking it around for 2. 2 more coming up. Here's number 3. And last one, up and around for 4, and taking it down. All right. So we're going to do one last thing, I think, seated, and then maybe we'll make our way down to the floor for those of you who are joining us on the floor. So I'm going to hold my leg from behind. Now, whether you just straighten it out like this or bringing it up and straightening it out, depending on your level, I don't want you to strain anything. And then on the last one, we're going to go for 5. You can either stay here and hold it, or you're going to bring your arm out to the side. So you decide what is safest for you. So you don't have to have your leg way up. You can just extend and bend from here, and you don't have to straighten. But we want to try to get our range of motion. So we're just going to come all the way up and down. And 2. Taking it for 3. And 4. One more. And 5. And either stay here or take the left arm out to the side. If that strains anything, then go back to where you are. And slowly coming in, lowering the leg down. Same thing on the other side, bringing that knee in towards the chest, whatever height's good for you. Extend it out for 1, good, and make sure you're not snapping or kicking. And 2, it's not kickboxing class. Taking it for 3. Even in kickboxing, you shouldn't be snapping your joints. And 4, 1 more, and 5. And now just either hold the position or bring the right arm out to the side, holding that position. and slowly taking it down. All right, so we are going to make our way down to the mat. We're going to start in a seated position. So make sure your mat is out. I'm going to make sure I'm still in the camera. Box back. So try to listen to what I'm saying as opposed to trying to lift your head and strain and look. So I'll try to be as specific and as clear as possible. So we are starting in a little bit of a seated position, and my hands are behind my thighs. And you're just gonna pull your body closer to your thighs, just holding that position, feeling a little bit of a stretch. Again, doing whatever is good for you. So if you're seated, you can also just reach for the back of the thighs and just bring yourself in a little bit. And now slowly just bring yourself back up. We're going to do that one more time. This time I'm going to add some breathing to it. So we're going to start with an inhale. And as we exhale is when we're going to pull ourselves in a tiny bit. So nice deep inhale. And exhale as you're coming in, thighs closer to the chest, taking it down. If you're able to slide your hands down your shins, reaching for your toes, then fine. If that's too much for you, then don't. And then slowly bringing yourself back up. So from here, we are going to take it down onto our backs. You're going to extend your hands and feet to the opposite sides of the room. Just visualize that someone has taken hold of your wrists and your ankles, and they are gently pulling you in the opposite direction. So if you are using the chair, you can just extend and bring the arms up like this, or stretch anything, or just relax and chill out. Totally, no rules here. Only safety. That's the only number one rule. So you're on your back, you're reaching your hands to the opposite sides of the room. If bringing your arms up over your head is not good for you, then use common sense, bring them to your sides and just drive your fingers as if you could touch your feet. Just lengthen. It's all about lengthening as opposed to where we're reaching. And now in this position, you're going to slowly bring your right knee in towards your chest. You're going to reach your hands behind the back of the thigh, just like we did when we were seated. In this position, you might feel that lower back release a little bit. It should feel good. We're going to do those extensions again, like we did when we were seated. So you're just going to straighten out your leg and then slowly bend. Now, while you're doing that, try not to let your thigh bone lift and lower. Straighten out the leg and bend. We're going to go for one more time. Straighten the leg and bend. And now you're just going to rotate your ankle 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3. Reverse that for 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to place your left hand on the outside of the right leg. And you're just going to slowly bring the right leg over towards the floor. You don't have to go the whole way. If you can, you're going to take the right hand out to your side, even with your chest. And then try looking towards that right hand. So your head is in the different direction as the leg. For another chest opener, you can slide that right arm away from your body, closer to your head, opening up the chest. Find the position that feels good and just keep it there. So your right leg is over towards the left, but the right arm is out to the right, and you're sliding the right arm away from your body. And then you're going to slowly bring that right knee back in towards your chest, hugging it in. Keep your heel closer to your backside, and then lower the foot when you feel the mat, then slide the leg out. The reason why I bring the foot closer to the backside, if it's out more, you're putting more strain on your back. So now other side, bring your left knee into the chest, hands behind the back of the thigh, and just hug that leg in. Make sure you're not straining your neck or your shoulders or anything by bringing the leg in like this. We're going to go for our 3 extensions. So slowly just straighten out the leg, trying to keep the top part of the leg totally from moving. And now bend. And again, straighten, nice and slow. Feel that nice stretch. And bend. One more time. Straighten. And bend. And now you're just going to rotate your ankle 3 times. That's 1, 2. Try to do so without moving the rest of the leg. And 3. Now reverse that for 1, 2, and 3. And now you can take the right hand on the outside of that left leg and bring the leg over to the right. Extend the left arm out to the left. And to open up the chest, you can slide that left arm away from your body. Opening up the chest. And slowly bringing the arm back, bringing the leg back, hugging that knee in. Now you're going to keep that left knee where it is. You're going to bring the right knee in to join it. Now the right hand is behind the right thigh, the left hand is behind the left thigh, hugging your knees into your chest. And if you have no spine issues, if you're comfortable with this, try rocking side to side. Just give your spine a little bit of a massage here. Taking it side to side, rocking it out. And then you're just going to bring yourself to a stop in the center. You're going to keep that left foot close to your backside, lower the foot to the mat, reaching for your rope or your strap, placing it underneath the bottom of your right foot. You're going to flex your foot as much as you can. Imagine you wanted to make a footprint on the ceiling. And you're just going to bring that leg in a little bit more. Now you can keep your left knee bent. But if you're more flexible and you're used to straightening it out, then straighten it out. If that bothers your back in any way, then keep it bent. You're going to place both pieces of your strap in your right hand. You're going to extend the left arm out to the left. You're going to look left as the right leg opens out to the side to the right. Try to press your left hip back down into the mat. Don't let it lift up. And then try bringing that right leg up. You're going to switch hands with the rope and let the right leg go all the way over to the left or as far as you safely can. As you extend that right arm out to the right, turn your head looking towards that right hand. And bring that foot back up towards the ceiling. So you're going to just take your left knee, bring your knee in towards your chest. You're going to place it next to the right foot in the strap, and then you're going to take the right foot out. So we're just switching our feet out, bringing that right foot down on the mat, keeping your right knee bent. Both pieces of the strap now go in your left hand. Extend the left arm out. You're going to straighten out that left leg on the right leg if you can on the mat. Both legs are straight. Otherwise, if it bothers your back, keep it bent. And now you're going to open out that left leg out to the left, making sure that the right hip does not come up off of the mat. And slowly come all the way up, switch hands with the straps, and let that left leg cross over to the right, while the left arm is out to the left. And bringing that leg all the way back up. And you can kind of bend that knee into the chest, remove the strap from it. We are going to bend our knees, feet flat on the floor, hands are to the side. And you have the option to just stay here and breathe. Thinking of your nice deep breaths. I'm going to add another bone strengthener. You're just going to keep your upper back and body down on the mat as you slightly lift your head up, looking towards the top of your knees. And we're going to hold it there for 1, 2, 3, and then lower your head. We're just going to do that one more time. Lift and hold for 1, 2, 3, and lower your head. So I'm going to take it onto my side. Doesn't matter which side, because we'll eventually get to the other side. If being on your forearm, if this bothers your shoulder in any way, you can come upright a little bit more. Otherwise, you're going to reach for the ankle of your top leg and bring the leg back, or just push on the thigh and bring it back. Either way, make sure that you're not feeling it in the lower back to get into this position. Now, we did stretch this when we were standing up, and I told you to bring your hip forward and bring the leg back. So we did stretch this. This is just a different way of getting to this stretch. Some stretches are more appropriate for people than others. So you have to find which ones work for you and hone in on those. So we're going to take it over to the other side. Again, same position, whatever the position worked for you. Reaching for the ankle, bringing that leg back, or just pushing the leg back. Again, if something hurts, don't do it. And then we're just going to be releasing the leg and making our way up to a standing position. Come up in a way that is safe for you. If you need the chair, if you need a hand, just give a yell. So we're just standing up nice and tall. Palms are forward. And we're going to bring our arms all the way up. The palms are going to face each other, but they're not going to touch. So inhale as you come up, the palms face each other. Exhale as you drop the elbows and the palms face forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, hands come back up with the palms facing. They rotate to face each other. Exhale, drop the elbows, rotate the palms forward. We're going to do this one more time, but this time the palms will touch overhead. Nice deep inhale, the palms touch overhead. Exhale as you come to the center of the chest, heart center. Now just breathe normally. Don't worry about breathing. Just make sure you're doing it. I'm just going to rotate your fingertips towards me. So just rotate them up and over. And now you're going to rotate them towards yourself. It's a little bit more awkward. Don't force anything. You want to try to keep your elbows nice and lifted. And again, taking them all the way up and over, facing towards me. Up and over, facing towards you. And then just dropping the hands down. So you're going to take your right hand like you're saying stop. You're going to gently just bring the fingers back. For a deeper stretch, palm up, fingers down. If that's too much for you, go back. Now you're going to release that hand, taking it to the other side like you're saying stop. Gently pull the fingers back. Get the stretch in the underside of your forearm. For that deeper stretch, rotate the palm up and the fingers down. It's a deeper stretch. And releasing the hands down. I'm going to bring my heels slightly closer together, toes out. So this is another thing I'm stealing from Pilates. It's called your Pilates V position. And my palms are forward. As we inhale, this is optional. I'm going to lift my heels up, lift the hands up as I lift my eyes to the sky, but I'm not lifting my chin, just the eyes and the hands and the heels. So inhale up, heels up, hands up, eyes look up, little balance ending. Exhale, pressing it down. You don't have to lift the heels up if that's not good for you. One more time. Inhale up, lift the hands, lift the heels, lift the eyes. Exhale, press everything down. And I want to thank all of you for joining me again. Hopefully we'll see you again next week. And practice balance. That's all I can say. Thank you so much.
Thank you.